Hey there, Virgo. Come on in, beautiful people. Let's do your energy forecast for the week ahead, shall we? Hi there, everyone. My name is Lee Shanks, and we are doing the energy forecast for all the zodiac signs, currently working on the sign of Virgo. Now, for my energy forecast, I pull a total of 4 cards. I pull from 2 separate decks. The first card I pull gives us our overarching energy for the week ahead, and then I switch decks, and then I break your week down into, beginning, middle, and end, and just sort of break down what that overarching energy might look like for you. All right, so let's just get started here. I am using the Good Tarot here by Colette Baron Reed. And again, this first card is your overarching energy for the entire week ahead. So let's see what's in store for Virgo for the week of March the 10th through to the 16th, by the way, if I didn't say that off the top. Oh, and for you, we have the Two of Fire. Now, the Two of Fire in this tarot is the equivalent of the Two of Wands in your traditional tarot. So this is all about making a choice. This could be about travel plans. This could be about choices coming in. Did I say that already? I almost feel like it's more about a choice that's been made and waiting for the results of that choice to come in. Does that make sense to you? That's sorry, I'm doing what we call the 10,000 yard stare, where you're just like letting the universe just sort of tell you intuitively what the card is trying to say. And I really do feel like you're either on the cusp of making a decision and you're struggling with it, or you've recently made a decision that was quite significant and you're waiting to see where sort of the parts and pieces fall, where everything sort of comes to settle after this decision has been made, and then what the landscape around you look like. I just have this sense of waiting for an outcome. All right, let's break it down further. For this, I'm using the Shaman's Dream. So I'm going to pull 3 cards here again, and it should break down into sort of the beginning of your week, the middle of your week, your end of the week, keeping in mind, again, that the overarching thread is all about waiting for results of choices that have been made, or having a choice or decision in front of us at this time. All right, however it resonates with you. It's sort of, I've got sort of 2 stories coming in at the same time here. So I'm just going to allow you to see what sits best with you, and everything else, you just leave it, right? You only take what's yours. Don't try to make everything else fit, in other words. Once again, this is for the week of March 10th through the 16th for the sign of Virgo. And so for the beginning of the week, we have the Drifter, experiencing life as it comes, allowing yourself to let go of control. So I do have this sense of a desire or a feeling, a need to sort of control the outcome of choices and decisions that we're making, because I feel like the unknown there is the scary part, right? Like, I know what choice or decision I need to make, but I don't know how it's going to roll out. Remember I said at the beginning about waiting to see how the parts and pieces fell into place? This is that fear of the unknown, and I just really feel like you need to let go of that fear and just allow for it to be, right? You cannot accurately predict anything. You're not, Nostradamus, and I'm not even sure how accurate he was in a lot of things, but you're just not. You can't. You can get an indication of the possibilities ahead of you, which are truly limitless, but you don't always actually know from moment to moment how things are going to play out. So I need you to allow yourself to stop trying to predict the outcome, right? So remember at the beginning where we talked about, making a choice or decision and sort of waiting to see the results come in, or having that choice or decision in front of you. It's really about not holding back on that choice or decision any longer out of fear of what comes from it, right? You just got to do what you got to do. You just got to pull that Band-Aid off, make that choice, make the decision, and let the chips fall where they may, right? You cannot control that. And you need to let go of your need or desire to control it, because at the end of the day, it's out of your hands, and you just have to accept that. That is that surrendering. That's experiencing life as it comes with 0 expectations about how it comes. All right. And then for the middle of your week, it's all about, we've got a bit of a dust devil here, right? Moving out of stagnation, right? So when you allow yourself to experience life as it comes, to not sort of try to anticipate or control outcomes, and if that's new for you, if it's a struggle for you and it's something that you're trying to bring into your life, trying to introduce that idea of surrender into your life, if you will, please know that that's going to allow you moving out of old patterns and old ways, old habits of doing things. And when you do things differently, when you approach things differently, you can almost guarantee, I say almost because again, we're not trying to predict an outcome here, but you can almost guarantee that if you approach things differently, you're going to get a different outcome. Keeping in mind, we don't control what that outcome looks like. We don't control other people. We don't control their reactions or responses or, how they are going to view us or judge us for moving differently through life than we were before. Because I do feel like for a lot of you, if I may, this is zero judgment from me, but really trying to control your life way too much instead of leaning in with trust and faith that you're exactly where you need to be at this moment. Doesn't mean you have to like it, doesn't mean you have to agree with it, doesn't mean it has to be easy, but for this moment, right here, right now, it's right for you. All right? That is surrender. That's leaning in and just experiencing life as it comes without judgment of whether it's negative or positive. It just is. All right, Virgo? Let's see how your week is wrapping up. And we have for you, the Watchers. And it's all about the transpersonal. So when we're talking about transpersonal, for me, it really talks about the relationships we have, not just with others, but ourselves, okay? So as you're learning to just experience and surrender yourself to life based on the choices and decisions that you're making at this time with zero expectations of outcomes, and you're allowing yourself to move out of old habits, old ways of being, old responses or even reactions that you used to have, and trying new ways and trying new perspectives and allowing yourself to just open up to the possibilities there. I do feel like there's an inner personal transformation that's taking place here. I feel like it's very positive. I don't necessarily feel it's easy, but it's definitely very positive or will be positive for you. And I know this by this beautiful sundog that's showing here, this sort of round rainbow around that pillar of light. And look at the mountain you've had to climb to get there, right? So this is that, it's not easy. It's not been, a walk in the park. It's been some work to get you there. But is it ever worth it? Right? What's that saying? The view from the top is worth the climb. That's what I'm getting for you here, Virgo. So keep at it, trusting where you are and what you're going through without trying to control it, and allow life to just lead you forward in trust and faith. All right. Blessed be, Virgo. I hope this resonates with you. Please leave me a note in the chat below how you're liking the readings or how they're resonating, if they're resonating. I'd love to see you back here next week. You can find out more about me by simply looking me up on my website at leeshanks.com. And Lee Shanks signing off and wishing you a blessed week ahead here, Virgo. Take care, and we'll see you next week.